The development of housing, particularly multifamily housing, and that can include duplexes, townhouses, apartment buildings, time and again has been shown to add millions into a region's local economy, as well as to generate a net surplus in local tax revenue for towns, villages, and schools. Now, why is that? Simply, it all begins with jobs. The construction of new housing generates short-term construction-related jobs, as well as additional ripple effect economic activity generated by having an influx of dozens of new workers reporting to the same work site. Those construction workers tend to spend their wages quite heavily in the local areas where they're working. But once the multifamily units are created, the additional residents of the municipality lead to other local jobs year by year to service those residents' needs. This includes any jobs directly employed by the new housing company or by the new resident, but also the employees for local merchants and restaurants, auto mechanics, banks, dog walkers, childcare workers, dry cleaners, barbers and beauty shops, whatever other types of workers are required to meet this increased demand. But the economic impacts don't just end there. Based on rigorous analysis by the National Association of Home Builders, looking at data that goes as far back as 1996, we can, with a great degree of confidence, say that housing is not just worth the cost of increased operations and capital improvements for the local government, it actually more than pays for itself. Most of the time, it more than pays for itself in the first year. Similarly, a March 2020 study published by the Long Island Regional Planning Council looked back at what actually happened since 2012, when 7 multifamily communities with at least 150 units were built within a mile of mass transit, and what happened when it was open and the new residents moved in. Well, the results were crystal clear. Far from flooding the school districts, some of these communities saw a net decline in enrollment after the 150 plus unit buildings were occupied. And whether or not there was an increase in school children, even when the operational and capital costs of educating the new children was taken into account, each of the 7 school districts saw a net surplus. So no matter how you look at it, the question isn't close. Building adequate housing in our communities delivers tremendous benefits for existing residents. It is a good deal for those already living in our cities, towns, and villages, to say nothing of the desired opportunities for future residents who will continue the endless cycle of revitalizing the neighborhoods we love by moving in.